What do you want like the next chapter of your life to be titled, if you could think about it? Like,
I haven't even thought about that.
that's a good one, right? Go ahead.
You know, I mean, for me, it's just success in every aspect.
But what does success look like for you in your 40s? Like, what do you want that to look like? Because you have to have a vision, right? Like, you have to have a painting that you're striving towards, right? And I think when people say they want certain things and they talk about in the abstract, like, what's your north? Like, I had a mentor tell me, what's your North Star? And I didn't know how to answer that question.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's the difference between you working hard towards nothing versus the person who's in their couch doing nothing?
Yeah.
And that stuck with me forever. If you're going to do something and you're going to work hard at it, you have to know what you're doing. It's like a person going to the gym, and I'm not a gym head. I'm not a professional at this, but I'm assuming if you just go there without a plan, you're not going to get results as a person who goes in there and knows what they're going to do already before going into the gym, right? I'm not just aimlessly pumping away, getting tired just to get a pump and just to make myself feel good that I worked hard.
Yeah.
That's, and same with evolution and rebranding and, you know, reaching new heights. Like, what are you doing it for? And why are you doing it for? How are you going about doing it, right? It's like what I said earlier in the episode. Without a plan, you're just kind of lost, right? Like just kind of floating in the air, and you don't want to be like that. Yeah. Then you're not able to explain yourself, right? Like sort of like in this AI sort of ChatGPT, OpenAI, Gemini, like society that we live in now, there's nothing wrong with using it as a tool. Right. But like you said before, if you're depending on it for your ideas, they're not really your own.
Yeah.
Then you could be easily convinced to do something else. Then you can't even explain yourself. Then, you know, like, it's just one of those things that, you know, talking about this topic, it's been talked about so many times from people, but you want the people who are speaking about it to be a real life example of the work that they're talking about and that they're preaching. Mm-hmm. I hope I'm one of those people, right? I know that you're doing everything that you can on your end, but at the end of the day, it's like, who's delivering the message, right? Like, so if you want to be, you know, whatever it may be, like, since we're having a kind of conversation, like for me, like to you, just think about, what do you want Mike at 45 to look like?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what are some tangible things you want? And then work backwards from there. You want a six pack? What does a six pack look at 45? Right? If you want to have more money in the bank, what does that look like? Without me having to get a new job, do I need to spend less? Do I really need to buy those extra pair of sneakers? Like, you know, it's just like things like that. Like, and cutting lattes ain't gonna help, right? Like you need to make like big seismic changes. Yeah. Like in terms of like real habitual changes. That's what I want.
No, exactly. Honestly, for me, I guess when you talk about titles, I would say his word is his bond. Meaning, when I talk about anything, when I talk about where we're taking this podcast, I want people to know, like before, I don't think, like, I feel like now people are like, oh, you guys are podcasters. Like, you know, like people are recognizing like we're making moves and all that. And, you know, we have a lot of friends and family that are happy for us and all that. But my vision of where I want to take this and what we can do with this platform is, I don't think we haven't even touched the surface.
No, we're not there yet. Yeah. I think part of that is on the first episode with John, when he was building his agency, he said he was burning the candles from both ends. Had it not been because he got fired, he wouldn't have failed upward and just going full into his agency, to building it to be a $70 million, you know, asset under management enterprise, right? Mm-hmm. Which is great for like it's just a 2-man team. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying we need to get fired to get that. I don't want
to put that in there.
I'm very happy with my employer, but what I'm saying is, either there's only 24 hours in the day. Mm-hmm. So it's what I tell you all the time. If you want to get it to the place we want to get it to, and we know we can get it to, there's only one thing left to sacrifice, and that's sleep. Right? That's sleep. So make sure you get them topicals or whatever you need to do, plug them in, and that's it. That's why having, like, you know, waking up early, staying up late, really the only thing that's going to do, because I'm not working any less, at least from my end, and I'm not going to sleep anymore. Yeah. And I'm not going to dedicate less to the podcast in order for it to grow. Yeah. Right. And so if I'm not willing to do that for my own platform, why would one person sit down and watch 30, 40 minutes of this episode if I'm not willing to put in that work to gain their trust that I'm going to put out quality content that they should listen to?